Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. We are back with our favorite segment, another edition of Ask the Sheriff with Sheriff Swanson, the law enforcement rock star. He's joining us this morning. How are you, Sheriff?
I'm good. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. We love it. We're at the weekend. Okay, we are so happy to see you again. We're talking today about a very, very important topic, Sheriff. Now that it's heating up, temperatures are in the 80s and 90s. How concerned should we be about the heat and our furry friends?
So you may have seen, because Five's covered it every time we've done a story about animal abuse, neglect, and I personally feel, and I got to believe your viewers feel the same way, when you don't take care of a population that's vulnerable, then it spills over to other populations. So if our companion animals aren't cared for by somebody and they abuse them, then you're going to do it to a person. So I am very aggressive when it comes to people that are beating, abusing, or neglecting animals. And we just had a case the first part of June where we had a 2-year-old dog that was left out in a near 90-degree day, and it died of hyperthermia. The body temperature raised so high the dog died. It was tragic. Next to the dog is that 5-gallon bucket that was bone dry. No food, no shelter, no water, and this poor thing died. The owner is being held accountable, and 3 other dogs that we were able to take all those 3 living dogs and put them in a good home. So this is something that everybody's got to be aware of. It can happen very, very fast when you're at 90-degree sunny days.
And I know you stress that a lot, Sheriff, that owners are accountable for this. And tell me about this. So what are some of your biggest tips, Sheriff, for keeping our pets safe in this extreme heat?
Food, water, and shade. Now, animals are very strong-willed, and they adapt very well, but they cannot do anything when it comes to intense heat. And then you have such a high percentage of humidity, so it's sucking all the water out. Just think of them as the same as you. If you are outstanding in the same heat with no water, no food, no shelter, how would it make you feel? So it's so important that you provide a supply of that. And if you go away, then make sure that you take that precaution. You have somebody come by, you have a bucket that's not going to tip over when the chain or the rope flips it around. Like, make low to the ground, make multiple ones. And can I tell you that this case I told you about was found because of a rescue group that goes out there and finds and seeks animals that are being neglected. So we can do our part as owners, but for those rescuers that are out there, man, my heart goes out to you because you're helping them too.
Yeah, we love what they do. That's awesome. So, you know, Sheriff, what should we do? Okay, we see that our furry friend may be struggling in the heat or experiencing hyperthermia. What do we do?
Call 911.
Okay.
Because you don't know what kind of house you're going into. If it's not your house, we don't want anybody to put themselves in danger. Now, I will tell you, a lot of the rescue groups, they would anyways. They knock on the door. They say, hey, listen, you may not have a means to help, but can we help? They're very good at building relationships instead of just, you know, make it confrontational. But I say the first thing is there's not a police department in the country that will not respond to an animal being abused or neglected, and as we should. You know, we need to take care of them. So don't put yourself at risk. If you're uncomfortable, call 911. Animal control's there, but give them water, give them something to try to help. So there's multiple things you can do. The worst thing you can do is nothing.
Wow, we love it. And we want to say a big thank you to all the rescue groups out there that are looking out for our pets and our furry friends. Now, Sheriff, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Have you ever had to deal with an atypical pet, like a farm animal, something else?
Yeah. Interesting you asked that. This type of season that we're in, we have baby deer that are being born. And, of course, because it's warm, we have deer running across the road that are getting hit. So moms are getting hit and either prematurely birthing a baby deer, or maybe they just gave birth and the fawn is with the mom, and it is so sad. And we had that exact thing happen. We had a mother killed in Clio, and her baby deer was found on the side of the road. One of our officers, Deputy Messer, picked up the deer and put it in the front seat of a patrol car. Here's that picture. Then he takes the deer, and we have a great relationship with Wild Things Rehabilitation and Rescue in Clio, and they responded perfect. And that little deer's name is Lily, and we were able to rehabilitate that little one. And did you know that on October 1st, across the state of Michigan, any baby deer that has been taken care of during the time that they rescue, they have to be released into the wild on October 1st. And this is exactly the plan for Lily. So yes, I'm not used to taking care of baby deer, but we did take care of this little one, and she will be released to full health on or before October 1st.
Well, we're so happy that Lily's doing well. That's excellent. Sheriff, okay, just a reminder, if a deer crosses the road, what should we do?
No, there's always more than one.
Okay.
So where there's one, there's 10. Slow down. Don't veer to the left lane and causing a head-on. Just always be aware. And that includes expressways. That includes your own subdivisions.
Yeah.
But mainly on those 2-lane roads that are backcountry where deer are going back and forth. And I hit deer. Everybody here can relate to that. They are, 150, 200 pounds of just pure mass, and so they can cause great damage. And to my motorcycle friends out there, use caution. I mean, everybody loves kind of an after evening drive, but man, just use caution. When there's one, there's 10.
We love it. Thank you again, Sheriff, for being here today. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, and I will see you next week.
We love it, Sheriff, that you not only talk the talk, you walk the walk, and your passion and love for the community really shines through. Hope you know that we appreciate you, Sheriff.
As well.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, it's your turn now. If you have a question for the sheriff, send it to WNEM at WNEM.com or send it to our social media.